Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to CA Travel Talks. We're going to give everyone just a couple of minutes to join. And I just wanted to let you know there is a little Q&A box at the bottom of your screen. If you do have any questions, please feel free to drop them in and we will be sure to address those as we go along. So I'm Karen Taff. I am part of the product team at CAA, and today I have the immense pleasure of welcoming Austin Fraser, who was with our very special partner, TTC Tour Brands, and he's going to explain all the different companies that belong to TTC Tour Brands. But we've been working together for many, many years. CAA has a great working relationship, and they're a well-respected, trusted partner of ours, not only by our teams, but by our members as well, too. All right, so we will get started. Okay, Austin.
There we go.
All right. So YCA, well, we've been in business since 1961 as a full-service travel agency. We're offering everything from air-onlys to car and hotel to your incredible cruises. And of course, what we're talking today is the wonderful coach tour. And you'll find everything that you need in all of our stores, whether you're looking in Thunder Bay, North Bay, Sudbury, or the Ottawa area, we have a store and a team that are ready to assist you. They are traveling right now so that they can bring all the experiences to you and do all the heavy lifting and make the whole process super easy so that you can enjoy. So as a CAA member, we have a very exclusive product called CAA Vacations. Now, this is a program where we're getting some extra amenities and benefits that you're not going to find anywhere else in the marketplace. And we have them exclusively for you, our CAA member. Whether it's a guided tour or a cruise, there's typically something special in addition to the 24/7 member care best price guarantee on the CAA Vacation program. What's really important is, of course, travel insurance. It's important that you have it for not only your medical, but the cancellation, interruption, and baggage is, although it's a much better situation out there, it's still happening, and you need to make sure that you've got yourself covered and protected. As a CA member, you actually can save up to 20%, which is incredible. So your CA travel counselor can certainly guide you through the many programs that we have offering for CA travel insurance. Now, the one thing you need to do before we get started with any traveling is check your passport. If it has expired, go on into the CA stores and you can do your passport photos for free if you are a Premier or Plus member. And if you're an Everyday or a Classic member, they're only $8.50. You can use some CA dollars you can be earning with our reward partners. And if you're unsure of our reward partners on our website, there's a whole listing of many, many partners that you can earn some CA dollars. And you can actually apply those onto your coach tour that you'll hopefully be looking at this evening. If you're looking for an international driving permit, we exclusively offer those as well. So in addition to the 20% saving on our travel insurance, you could be saving 20% on luggage, travel accessories that you may need when you go into our stores. And fairly new for us is saving 3 cents a liter off Shell gas. Every little bit helps. And of course, in the Shell stores, you're going to save 10% off the in-store purchases at participating Shell locations. Okay, so tonight we have Austin Fraser, who is with us from TTC Tour Brands, and he's going to be chatting tonight about the incredible products with Luxury Gold, Trafalgar, Insight, Cost Saver, Contiki, and Brendan Vacations. Again, these are our preferred partners with CAA Travel, and we absolutely love working with you. So welcome tonight, Austin.
Thank you so much, Karen. It's a privilege to be here tonight to talk to all of you about my amazing touring brands, and I'm just looking forward to getting started. So, as Karen mentioned, I have 6 brands that I represent with TTC Tour Brands. We like to say a tour for any and everyone. So we have a luxury brand all the way down to our next gen brand in Contiki. I'll touch on those in just a quick sec. So where do we go? Europe and Britain is probably, if not our most popular destination, but we offer tours to North America, South America, Africa, Asia, and Oceania. You can see it's literally everywhere except for Antarctica. because we can't put a coach there. And you know what that is? That's over 1,000 tours to over 70 countries. And we've been around for over 104 years. That's about 4 times my life. And so, my brands. Our high-end brand starts with Luxury Gold, the ultimate VIP. Our premium brand is Insight Vacation, the art of touring in style. Trafalgar, one of the most award-winning brands, tours differently. Cost Saver, which is our budget brand, Essentials by Us, tailored by you. I will tell you what that means in a little bit. Kentucky is not in this presentation today because Kentucky is you're looking at it. Kentucky is travel for 18 to 35-year-olds, next gen travel. And of course, Brendan Vacations is your Celtic specialist. Your Celtic story starts here with Brendan. I'm looking forward to talking to you about all of these brands today. Um, like I said, we have 6 brands, but all of these same touring brands come from the same roots. So they're all going to have accommodation included. It's going to start with our high end. You're going to be staying in castles, all down to our cozy hostels with Kentucky and everything in between. Dining experiences. Breakfast is usually included every day with your hotel, along with some dinners. And most lunches, we like for you to do that on your own. So you go and really dive into that culture. But when a dinner is included with us, I can promise you you're eating food that's home to the places you are visiting. And it's not just food to fill your belly. You're getting that authentic experience. And experiences, you're going to see your must-see sites. So if you're going to Paris, you're going to see your Eiffel Towers. I promise you that. But we're also going to dive down to the deep secrets of what Paris has to offer. Responsible travel, which I'll touch on soon. We have an itinerary and pace across all 6 brands that's perfect for any type of traveler. If you want to be in a destination for 3+ weeks, if you just want to go for a week, if you want to stay one night, or if you want to stay 3 nights in certain locations, we have that across all 6 brands. And group size varies. We can have groups as small as 24 and as high as 50. It's depending where you want to go and what brand you're traveling with. World-class transportation with our coaches. When I talk about Insight Vacations, it's one of my most favorite things to talk about. I can't wait to tell you more. And of course, our industry-leading travel directors, they are your best friends. They are making sure that everything is perfect because who likes to stress when they're on vacations? I know I don't. I like to take it easy and have fun. These travel directors or tour directors make everything perfect. And of course, that price point. It's a price point across all budgets, across all of our 6 brands. And choice. Not everyone wants to be tied down, being told what to do 24/7. Heaven knows I don't. So you're going to have to be able to do what you want to do when you're on our tours. You're going to have your own free time. And of course, responsible travel, how we tread right. Almost all of our itineraries have a make travel matter experience on them. So when you're traveling, you know you're giving back to the destination you are visiting. You're going to hit one of 3 pillars: people, planet, and wildlife. It's just breathtaking. It's spectacular. You're giving back to the places you're visiting, like I said. So let's start with Brendan Vacations. Your Celtic story starts here. I was lucky enough to just come back from a Brendan Vacations, and I can't wait to tell you so much about it. So it's anything in a kilt. Ireland and Scotland is all Brendan Vacations does. They are the experts, your dedicated Celtic specialist for over 50 years. That blue door behind you is actually in Dublin. We have a ground team in Dublin that's able to help you in Dublin time, in Ireland time, in Scotland time. It's perfect. They'll be there to service all of your needs. And that wonderful lady in the middle, her name is Catherine O'Reilly. She's been with the company for so long. She's made so many great relationships that you're going to be able to experience when you're traveling with Brendan. So Brendan Vacations is unique to our touring brand portfolio because yes, we have our guided touring product, but it's also our only brand that offers FIT. And if you're looking to do an FIT travel style with Brendan, make sure to talk to your CAA travel advisor because they'll be able to help you through all of it. Private chauffeurs, someone can drive you around while you get to take your camera out and just take a bunch of pictures. Luxury self-drive. You can drive the car yourself, whether it's a Mercedes, BMW, you name it, or just a regular self-drive if you don't need that luxury car. And of course, locally hosted rail vacations. You can see Ireland and Scotland by rail. It's absolutely breathtaking. It's absolutely beautiful. So those FIT styles are fully customizable. If you want to think of something, we can do it. And one of our best stays, the Brendan Vacation, is the Ashford Castle. Just look at that. It's breathtaking. It's spectacular. My favorite part of Brendan, well, I got 2 favorite parts of the Ashford Castle of Brendan. At the back there is a golf course. It's absolutely spectacular. But when you arrive to Ashford Castle, all the staff comes out to the front of the doors and they welcome you into your stay. It's like you're royalty. It's breathtaking. It's spectacular. Just look at them. They're all happy to see you with a smile on their faces. And that Irish Wolfhound is a lot bigger than you may think it is. Just a couple of our stays with Brendan Vacation. This is the Adair Manor. This is actually where the Ryder Cup is being hosted on that golf course, and I believe in 2026. So you get to stay at that manor right there where all the golfers will be. And of course, you can do a golf vacation with Brendan Vacation. I'm a big golfer. I'm not sure if you're a big golfer, but if you have that golfer in your family and you want to play golf in Europe, over 80% of the world's links golf courses are in Ireland. So this would be a perfect place to do a golf vacation. You can do a Highland safari in the Scottish lowlands. Like, take a look at that. It's scenic. It's beautiful. Or when you're in Killarney, you could hike or bike. I was in Killarney 2 months ago. It is one of my favorite places in all of Ireland. It is absolutely beautiful. It's breathtaking. I can't say more about it. If you get a chance to go to Killarney, you're gonna love it. And of course, if you're into Game of Thrones, when you're in Belfast, you'll get the whole Game of Thrones experience with Brendan Vacations. That's just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to Brendan. Moving on to Cost Saver, the ultimate unpackaged tour. What does that mean? You get to tailor your own tour. The essentials by us, tailored by you. Meaning you get to design the kind of itinerary you get to experience. You can choose nature. You can choose culture. You can choose wellness, history, food, or adventure. It's entirely up to you. But if you don't want to choose anything and say you're in Rome for a day and you just want to do Rome by yourself, you can do that. That's totally up to you. You design the kind of vacation tour experience you want. What do? We provide the essentials. We plan, you pack. So you're getting your 4 and 3-star hotels. You're getting your must-see sites. You're getting that tour director, the driver, plus your local specialist, and many, many meals. That's what makes Cost Saver so unique because you get the freedom to do what you want to do. And like I said, that travel director is your best friend, and just having them every step of the way is amazing. And they're not just going to make sure everything is taken care of. You're checked into your hotel, you made it to where you're going. They're actually going to be able to provide you with some unique recommendations. For example, if you're in Rome and you want to know where the best place is to have a homemade pizza, they can point you in the direction, although they might have their own take on it, what they like. But they'll be able to help you with something that you want to do. Moving on to Trafalgar. Trafalgar is a brand that everyone loves to travel with, and they keep coming back. Trafalgar is toured differently. The best of Europe and Britain unlocked for you. Must-sees to local secrets. So when you're in Egypt and you go see your must-sees, you go see the pyramids in the morning or in the afternoon, you're going to go back on the coach. You're like, what's next? They are going to take you to some local secrets. That coach is going to go down the street, down some wooden paths, and be like, where are we? I don't see the pyramids anymore. But when you get out, you're just going to smell absolute heaven. Because when you walk out of the coach, there's going to be an experience for you to walk into, depending on your itinerary, where you can go and either make the pita or make the hummus that you'll be eating together as a group. It's breathtaking. It's beautiful. It's a hidden secret, a local secret that we can give you with Trafalgar. A one-of-a-kind experience. We love a Be My Guest with Trafalgar. I did a Be My Guest a couple months ago in Ireland. It's called the Mucker's House. It was absolutely wonderful. You walked into this old vintage little farm area, and when you walked in, it was like a family had been living there for generations. There's this nice, wonderful lady playing the harp for you while you're walking through the house to sit down and you're going to have a dinner. And they just keep on playing guitar, the harp, all of it. It's like you don't want to look away from them. But next thing you know, they're going to place a beautiful meal down for you because you're their guest. You're learning their history, their heritage, but you're a guest in their space. So they're going to feed you in this experience in Ireland. It was wonderful. When our meal was done, they just played us a bunch of local Irish music for about an hour, it seemed like, but I wish it was longer. It was absolutely phenomenal. It was a one-of-a-kind experience with Trafalgar. And of course, responsible travel. We're going to give back to every place we visit. We're never going to take away. And everything is taken care of, like I said. And we're going to meet someone who's going to take care of everything for you.
Basically, the Trevi Fountain is built at the intersection point of the 3 streets in Rome.
There is a Roman temple dedicated to Emperor Adrian and built on the 2nd century after Christ. The Pantheon, one of the oldest Roman buildings.
Founded in the 1st century before Christ, there is so much to say about this church, St. Peter's Basilica, about this square, about the city of Rome in general.
That's one of your travel directors that you could be with when you're traveling in Italy. Um, she's so brilliant. She's so knowledgeable. You can see in that little snippet of this video, she knows everything about Rome. You could listen to her talk for a very long time, and you're just going to gain so much knowledge that she has. One of our experiences we have, it's an optional, is you can watch a flamenco show in Spain. So you're gonna watch a show, maybe even partake in some dancing in a little class before, who knows? But you're gonna learn the art of flamenco. It's really, truly one of a kind. It's very heavy, it's very deep because flamenco is so beautiful when you watch it because it's so home to Spain. I can't say anymore. If you get to go to Spain, I would highly recommend that you watch the flamenco show. It's truly breathtaking. And it's on our Best of Spain and highlights of Spain and Portugal, as you can see there. A lot of people, when they think of Trafalgar, the family trips don't come to mind. And this is me telling you, you can travel with your family on Trafalgar. Your whole family could go to Gladiator's School in Rome on our Gladiators gondola and gold itinerary. So I don't know about you, but I can't wait to go with my family one day. This is truly awesome to dress up as gladiators and learn so much and have fun with everyone at home. And then after that, you can do some pizza making in Rome with the whole family because after you're a gladiator, you're going to be a little hungry. I promise you. So family fun, you can do a pizza making workshop in Rome after part of those family itineraries. We have a specific set of family itineraries that you can choose from. This is another Be My Guest experience. This is a winery that I'm going to show for you today.
Buonasera, I'm Anna Casadei, the owner of Castello del Trebbio. We are in the Chianti Rufina, 20 minutes from Florence. Trebbio is a very old castle. We go back to the 1184, and today we are just 800 years later, maybe a little bit more. But today it's a private property. We live here. I'm living here since 50 years. Happy to be married with my husband Stefano because thanks to him he teach me how taking over about the wineries because he's a very good winemaker, and so we are a family estate and we are proud to say welcome to the friends of Trafalgar because thanks to Trafalgar we can continue to keep the property and helping the property to go over in the history.
That was just a little sneak peek on our Italian holiday itinerary of one of the Be My Guests that you could do. You're taking a peek into her family, her heritage with their winery. And as you can see, you get to taste the wine in their winery. It's truly beautiful. I can say so much about Trafalgar and all of our tours. I could tell you it's awesome, but my favorite part about Trafalgar is we have these little videos of guests like yourselves who have traveled with us, and they're actually on our scenic Scandinavian and its fjords itinerary, and listen to them speak on how much they're enjoying themselves.
My name is Craig Sletton, and this is my wife, Cheryl Sletton. We've enjoyed Trafalgar. They pay a lot of attention to detail.
Trafalgar is so professional, and our driver is wonderful. He's been able to get out of some really tight spots, and our travel director is wonderful too.
The reason we would pick guided travel is you're not going to have any problems with transfers of cars and things like this. When you're going with a group, there's some advantages. And really, don't be afraid. You don't have to have people you know go along. You can go with complete strangers who can become friends, but there's no one you have to entertain there. You just do what you want to do. You'll find that quite refreshing, I think.
They said it right there when they were traveling with the Trafalgar. They don't have to worry about any of the logistics. They show up and they just have a great time, and they're meeting a bunch of cool people that are traveling with them. So now moving on to Insight Vacations, it's our premium touring brand, and I'll explain premium why. So the art of touring in business class style, all the sights and insights up close and personal. So premium dining, premium experiences, premium tour essentials, and of course, premium service. So the art of touring style. I'm going to start explaining what the premium tour essentials are. So you choose your group size. So with Insight Vacation, our maximum group size is 40. But on some of our selected itineraries, you can actually choose your group size to be 24. We have handpicked 5- and 4-star hotels, business class style coaches with more legroom and more window span. I will tell you just a little bit more about that in the coming slides. And of course, relaxed morning starts after 9 a.m. We're putting you in these wonderful properties. We want you to enjoy them. You're going to have the best time and you get to sleep in. There's no hustle and bustle of getting up in the morning. Insight Vacations is our only brand that offers tours for women by women with Insight Vacations. So women can travel with other groups of women, and your travel director is also a woman. The maximum group size is 24. We do have 11 itineraries to choose from. So it's created with you in mind, women first, and you travel in small groups. Like I said, 24 max. And there's plenty of solo rooms available. And it's still that business class style of tour for you to get to enjoy yourself in. That's women's only by Insight. So my favorite part to talk about with Insight Vacations. If you ever met me in person, I'm about 6'4" on a good day. I don't sit economy very well for more than 4 hours. I can tell you that. The inside coach is amazing. So it's the same size as a regular 53-seater coach. When you're traveling with all of our other brands, that coach is still spacious. It's luxury. It's got everything about it. It's comfortable. We take it to the next level with Insight. We take out 13 of those seats and we give you extra 11 inches of seat pitch. So think of me, I got big legs, right? Now, if you weren't cursed with big legs like me, I can sit beside the window. I want you to picture the face space in front of you to the seat that would be directly in front of you. You could put on a sweater, you could put on a coat, you could take the sweater off, take the coat off, and be comfortable without worrying about being in a tight space, hitting your arms off the seat in front of you. No, it's very comfortable. That's Insight Vacations. That's that business class style coach. So premium comfort, we're going to take you to Venice. So this is Hotel Splendid. You're going to get into your little James Bond state of mind where the water taxi is going to pull you up in front of the hotel and you're going to walk in there. And there's also a rooftop patio. So at night, it's beautiful. It's breathtaking. You can look up and see all the stars for where you're staying at location. If you don't believe me, here's a little video. As you can see by just that little snippet there, it is a heightened experience. It's a heightened stay. This is where the 4- and 5-star hotels really come into play. Premium experiences. So premium dining is one of those premium experiences. So when you're in France, you may meet Rudy, who's going to tell you a little bit more about his
Bonjour
restaurant.
et welcome to La Coupole. Si j'avais 3 mots pour décrire la cuisine française, je pense que je parlerais d'art, de tradition et de partage. Les plats typiques à Paris, j'aurais tendance à plutôt parler moi des pâtisseries. Partir sur la pâtisserie car on a beaucoup de spécialités qui sont parisiennes telles que le Paris-Brest, l'opéra ou bien encore le millefeuille. Je pense que la cuisine parisienne est réputée dans le monde tout d'abord parce qu'en fait c'est un mélange, c'est un melting pot des différentes spécialités des régions qui sont réunies dans une même ville. Donc en venant à Paris, vous avez l'opportunité de découvrir toute la France et tout l'éventail de notre gastronomie. Il y a tellement d'histoires intéressantes concernant la coupole. Je pense que je vous parlerai peut-être de la venue de Joséphine Baker ou bien encore d'Hemingway ou bien encore de Mistinguett, toutes les différentes photos autour du restaurant qui vous font découvrir l'histoire de la coupole avec la venue de tous ces artistes. Mon plat préféré à la coupole, je pense que je vais être quand même très chauvin puisqu'en effet, je vais vous parler de la spécialité de la coupole, c'est le curry d'agneau et je pense que je l'accompagnerai d'un bon verre de Gewürztraminer.
That's a little bit of our premium dining. You can see the restaurant's a little bit more upscale and the food. I hope you ate dinner because I hope I'm not making you too hungry tonight, but the food is just breathtaking. I'm hungry just watching it, and there's going to be a little bit more food that you're going to see throughout this presentation. So we talked about a restaurant in Paris. This is our farm to table lunch in Germany. It's really authentic when you're traveling in Germany. You're getting the best and freshest ingredients out there with Insight Vacations. Hear a little bit more from them.
Hello, welcome to the Rhine Hotel in Bacharach. We are serving here a menu for you from farm to table, and everything is from the region here around. We start with a champagne from Bacharach with our starter plate, Leckeres vom Mittelrhein. I want to explain what's about German pasta, Spätzle. It comes very early in the 14th century from Italy over the mountains to southern Germany, and one of our favorite dishes. Here we got our special, it's the beef from the farms, from little farms here around. We do it in Riesling wine with mustard and herbs, and we do just a nice creamy sauce. That's what we prepare always for Insight Vacation, and guten Appetit.
As you can see, like he said, everything is from around the region. So everything is fresh. Everything is so tasty. It's just a unique experience with Insight Vacations. That's our farm to table lunch. So that's one of a few ways we offer premium dining. So we have this thing called Insight Choice with Insight Vacations. So for example, when you're in Brussels, Belgium, and you want to learn more about the history of Waterloo. So you want to go to where Napoleon fought some of his greatest battles, and you're a history buff and you want to pick to do that. Me, I'm a 26-year-old male. My choice while I'm in Brussels, Belgium, is I'm going to go to the chocolate factory because Belgium has some of the best chocolates you can get in the world. So that would be my choice. So Insight gives you kind of that freedom and flexibility. You could go to the battlefields. You can do the Waterloo visit with the local experts, or you can choose to do something else that we have to offer you, for example, like a chocolate factory. This would be on our country roads of Belgium, Luxembourg, and the Netherlands. So with Insight Vacations, we have two special type of itineraries apart from our regular ones. So the country roads, what is that? So if you've already been to a destination before and you've seen all the big cities, for example, I'm going to use Italy because a lot of people have gone to Italy. You've seen Rome, you've seen Venice, you've seen all those big major places. The country roads itinerary takes you beyond that. It takes you to the little towns, the little villages that you wouldn't get to see when you're going to see the big cities in Italy or another country in the world. And you get to learn some little hidden secrets of those towns. Perhaps you may find your new favorite restaurant in one of these little picturesque villages, towns that you're going to be visiting. That's a country roads itinerary with Insight Vacations. But we also have our easy pace itineraries where no matter where you're going, if you're staying overnight in a location, it's not just one night, it's a minimum of 3 nights overnight. So you don't have to unpack and pack your suitcase up every single day. You get to unpack and wind down for a bit and enjoy that hotel you're staying at for a longer period of time. So this is another one of our premium experiences. This is our gondolier ride in Venice, Italy. And it's more than just a ride. They're going to tell you a little bit more about the history of the gondola.
Well, to be a gondolier, first of all, you need to be Venetian. And this is something that's been passed down from father to son from the age of about 14, 15. Son goes out with dad and he trains the young boy all the maneuvers of the gondola. And eventually they take an exam. And it's 400 hours of skills of learning, not just maneuvering the gondola, but also the history of Venice, but also some of the language skills and life-saving skills too.
The experience of the gondola was magnificent in so many ways, but what really struck me from the very first moment was getting down into the gondola. From the outside, you look and you think, is this going to be okay? But the unbelievable balance on the gondolier, it was just very, very stable. So there was no trepidation. But then once you're in the gondola, it's very quiet on the canal. And you're just gliding along through the water. And most of the noise is simply the slight brush of water against the boat, and that itself is wonderful. And then you're looking around and the gondoliers are calling out to each other, and that echoes around, and after a while you realize they're calling out so they don't hit each other on sharp turns, and just the different colors of the buildings, the different styles of architecture. It's very different from looking at it from the shore because you're down in the canal and you're seeing the great expanse of the sky, and we had a beautiful
day, and the colors.
Those were people who actually got to experience that gondolier with Insight Vacations, and it's more than just you think. It's more than just that little ride in the canal. You're diving deep into that knowledge and getting enriched with that history with our gondolier ride. So personal service, 24/7 support and porterage. We don't want you to have to lift a finger when you're traveling with us. Your bags are taken care of. We have people who will take your bags and put them on the coach and get them to your hotel room for you. I have a story of our personal service. So I actually have a friend of mine who traveled with Insight Vacations probably about a year and a half ago. And they were in Portugal. They were on the last leg. They were going from Porto down to Lisbon. And there was an event in the hotel. I believe it was someone's birthday, they were telling me. And they were doing some work. So they took their laptop out of the safety deposit box, which good for them for using. She was locked up her passport, all the important stuff, as you should. And she was doing some work. And there was some excitement in the hotel, like I mentioned. And they were packing up to leave. And they were going down the coast of Portugal down to Lisbon. And someone said, let's check in for our flights. And she said, you know what, that's a wonderful idea. Let me check in for my flight. Little did she know that she actually left her passport and wallet behind at the hotel in Porto. And she put her hand up, and down came our travel director, our tour director. And he was like, is everything okay? And they were like, no, I left my passport and my wallet back behind at the hotel. And they were already about an hour, 2 hours on the road visiting other locations. And the tour director walked back up. And about 10 minutes later, they came back down and it's like, don't worry, we have it for you. It's on the way down. It's in a taxi meeting us at the hotel. Figured she wouldn't have it until a couple hours after she arrived at the hotel. But believe it or not, they got back to the hotel and her valuables were actually beat her there. Our tour director was able to get everything arranged for her. Everything was there. It was packed up all nice and safe, and she was able to get home. That's just one tiny example of what our travel directors and drivers will do for you. And they make sure everything is perfect. I'm telling you, it's traveling stress-free. You don't have to worry. That's what we do. So moving on to luxury gold. The new age of golden travel, unforgettable passport moments. So what does that mean? We have concierge services, which you'll meet in the next slide. Magnificent stays. So this is 5-star plus hotels. I can't wait to show you them. Exceptional dining. There may or may not be some Michelin stars included there. And curated experiences. You're going to travel like a VIP. It's breathtaking. So a perfect day in Capri with luxury gold. I don't know if you can tell by that video, but it really captures how luxury gold is different. You're traveling like royalty. You are a very important person when you're traveling. And I can just picture Capri in the limoncello, the smell, the taste, all of it. It's truly breathtaking with luxury gold. So a concierge service. So it's 24/7 travel concierge, door to door when you're when you're traveling with luxury gold, full service porterage and personal service with a small group setting. So max 24 and you get in that 24 average number. And let's actually hear from one of them.
My name's Shona Finney and I have been a travel concierge since the very beginning of Luxury Gold. For me, luxury service means you don't have to worry about a single thing. It means comfort, it means style, it means every need being anticipated and fulfilled. It means just having stress-free, trouble-free, absolutely gorgeously fabulous travel. I once had a request to hire a Ferrari for a guest who wanted to drive around Tuscany in a Ferrari. I did it, but I was nervous the whole time until they came back, because driving a Ferrari around Tuscany, not the easiest thing to do. And on a couple of occasions I've been asked to organise surprise proposals for people, which is really nice to do, because then we can organise the Prosecco on standby and the music and just set the scene and get everything all ready. And fortunately, every time that's happened, it's always been a positive answer.
That is one of our travel concierge with Luxury Gold. As you can see, she makes it happen. From Ferraris to proposals, you name it, they make it happen for you. So curated experiences. It's extraordinary VIP, front of the queue priority, behind the scenes access, before and after hour visits, which I'll touch on. And you get to personalize your day with the choice of the inclusions you want on your tour. Whether you want to just have a beautiful stroll in a garden, you want to do some hawk training, or if you just want to go on other guided tours with a local historian, it's totally up to you. For example, after hours is really, really cool. Doge's Palace is probably one of our most popular luxury gold experiences on our Ultimate Italy itinerary, because it's not the hustle and bustle. It's after hours, meaning it's just almost you and your group there. You don't have to shrug shoulders, push shoulders to get a photo in. It's very comfortable. You go at your pace. As you can see there was no one in Doge's Palace with everyone that, oh, I was playing again. And of course, after hours at the Schönbrunn Palace, which is in Vienna, Austria. It's truly remarkable to actually go to these places with almost no one else there besides you. It's breathtaking. It's royalty. It's VIP. That's two of the more popular places that you could go to in Europe, and you're getting behind the velvet rope where it's just you and your people there. Magnificent stays. We're getting into that castle stays, 5+ stars. So in Capri, Italy, this is a 5+ star. It's the Grand Hotel. As you can see, it's been around since the 1860s. It's truly remarkable. It's got that royalty feel. It's all white. It's just you. You feel like you're the most important person in the world. Exceptional dining. I talked about Michelin stars. This is a seafood dinner in Sweden. As you can see there, you could just see how your senses and everything are elevated. It's really some world-class dining. And when you're not sitting down at one of the best meals you're ever going to have, you'll be at a Tuscan lunch and cooking class with an Italian chef. You'll have some of the best private classes you could possibly think of with Luxury Gold. Small groups, so 20 guests on average, with that maximum 24 with Luxury Gold. Really, really key there. It's really private. And relaxed starts as well. You're getting to stay at some of these magnificent locations. We want you to experience them. We want you to be able to have breakfast, swim in the pool, do the hot tub, or just enjoy the sights of everything around. VIP experiences. I don't know about you, but having royalty coming up to me and having tea at their table, that's one of the VIP experiences we can do with Luxury Gold, or have a princess give you the tour of her gardens. That's just one of the few things that Luxury Gold has to offer. Well, thank you very much. That's been just a snippet of a couple of the touring brands that I have with TTC. And Karen touched on member benefits and CA vacations before I started. So member benefits with Insight and Trafalgar, it's $100 off per person on all trips. And the vacation amenities is you get an $80 per person on tour credit on our country roads and easy pace itineraries for Insight, and for select itineraries with Trafalgar for you to use as you please. And with Brendan Vacations, it's $100 off per person on our guided, and it's $130 off per person on our custom FIT trips, and $80 off per person on select guided vacations, and up to $100 on custom trips. And then Luxury Gold, it's $100 off per person on all trips, and an additional $150 off per person on all trips as well. That's our vacation amenities. And of course, a show offer today. If an itinerary or a tour you see is not on sale, we're going to give you this if you book within 14 days after you view this, after this presentation. That way you can combine that with your CA member benefits and this as well to help you save even more money. I'm going to hand it back to Karen. I just want to say thank you so much for joining me tonight. It was really a true pleasure and honor to speak to you about TTC Touring Brands.
Thank you so much, Austin. That was a lot of great information, and thank you for sharing our CA vacations and member benefits. Again, those are exclusive to CAA. So if you're not a CA member, you can join for as little as $30 for an everyday membership, and that will allow you to receive all of those benefits, and of course, with our reward partners online as well too. So our CA travel consultants are there to help you every single step of the way, right from the anticipation and the planning, all that exciting fun stuff of having a trip booked, through while you're in destination, and of course when you go back for any comments and feedback, and you know, helping you plan your next journey. So they're there basically to assist you with everything that you need, from your airfare, your tours, anything, as well as, of course, most important, your insurance. So as I mentioned, the exclusive benefits, the CA travel insurance, again, up to 20% discount. So essentially we're your one-stop shop for all of your travel needs. So our upcoming events, the next travel talk that we have, we are cruising with Windstar, small ship cruising, an incredible experience. I've done that a couple of times myself, really enjoy that small, intimate ship. That's going to be on the 25th of February at 7 p.m. That QR code on the left side, you can register there. Book an appointment with your travel counselor. You know, whether you want to come into the store, you want to talk in person, or if you want to do everything online, let's schedule it up so there's no waiting, and our team are there and dedicated for you. If you missed a travel talk in the past, or if you'd like to share this one, it'll be on our website tomorrow with any of your friends or family who may want to join you on your trip. The QR code there on the right-hand side, you can see all of our travel talks online. So thank you very much for joining us. I'm just going to check here, make sure there's no questions. No, I don't see any. Again, your CA travel consultants will be following up with you for any questions that you may have. Austin, that was a fantastic presentation. I'm definitely excited to travel to Europe again this summer. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Have a good evening.